Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, baby on a magic hand dance. Feel the energy, feel the force between your hands. Feel the energy, right there where you stand. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance with me. Let's feel the force, feel it, let's feel the force. Come on, yeah. Let's do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Come on, feel the force, 'cause you can. Come on, feel the force. Let's use it, let's use the force, 'cause you can. Let's use the force between the bones of the hands. The feeling that's stretching. Let's use the force. Now shift, touch it, and shift, and let it go. Shift, touch it, and shift, let it go. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, the baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, the baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby on a magic hand dance, the baby on a magic hand dance. Do the baby move. Do it, do it, do it. Come on, come on. Yes, do the baby Yoda magic hand dance. Because you can dance with me. Our baby Yoda, our Grogu, our Grogurt, or yogurt.
Hi, my fans. How my fans doing out there today?
Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing? Yes, we're back. We're live again for an... Yes, we're live for another edition of All for Sci-Fi, the weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker. Next to me is...
Captain Richter. Maybe.
Our Captain Trickster, as he's known, in a different multiverse.
Yes, you never know who.
Whatever multiverse you're in.
You never know who's here today.
And look who's wanted today. Is it Grogu or Captain Richter?
Both.
That's wanted.
Both.
Guys, last episode before Christmas. Next week, we will be silent for the Christmas holiday because next weekend is Christmas Eve. So
Right.
we've elected to be silent, and this is the last, our last webcast before the Christmas holiday. No, we're coming back
Before the holiday, yes.
before the holiday,
New
and
Year's Eve.
no, we're not. We might do something special though.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll figure it out, Captain Richter.
Yes, we will.
I want us to do a year in. We haven't done this, and I didn't even talk to Captain Richter about this, but I want us to do a show that's like the whole year in review.
Yes,
We're going to review.
that'd be good.
We're going to sit and talk about all the movies that came out this year, sci-fi wise, all the television shows that came out this year, sci-fi wise. And we're going to give ratings on the whole year for the sci-fi universe and what we thought, what's coming up in the future as well, what we got to look forward to. A lot of great stuff coming up. We're excited about that. Welcome, Dante's here. Say
Hi,
hello,
Dante.
Dante.
Oh, Captain Trickster. Huh? Okay. that's
Captain
good.
Trickster. There you go. Yes. So I think it'd be fun to do that. What do you think, Captain
Yes,
Richter?
I think it would be great. Yes.
Yes.
I would have a lot of fun doing that one.
So we're going to do that.
Worth a lot
I
of
don't
money.
know that it's going to be, we're going to do them fast. We'll
Yeah,
blaze
yeah.
through them. But I don't think it's going to be on, it might be New Year's Eve. We could try to do it that Saturday. Let's, maybe, but you guys give us your advice. Are you guys wanting to do the last show of the year on New Year's Eve? Since we're going to go silent next week for Christmas? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if this is the first time you've ever ran across our channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know you're notified every time we do our live weekly webcasts with Captain Richter.
Yeah.
And every
Okay.
time we go live at a convention, like, we do everything. LA Comic Con, Designer Con, D23, Star Wars Celebration. Boy, we had quite a year. We're
Yes,
in
we did.
Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, we've had quite a
Yeah,
year
we
for all for
Germany.
sci-fi.
That was a great time.
We had a great year this year. Today's show, we're going to talk about Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh, yes.
So we're definitely going to be having some great conversations about that here shortly. We're also going to talk about the latest episode of Willow. And we're going to talk about Star Trek Prodigy, Captain Rickster's favorite show of the week. No, I don't know if it is or not.
No.
But
Willow is my good one.
Was it yours favorite? My favorite thing was Avatar this week.
Well,
and we're going to talk about that.
Avatar is definitely my favorite.
We definitely got a lot to talk about.
Wise, it would have been Willow.
Okay, great. And so we're going to talk about all those three. And also this week, here it is. This week we're going to do this since it's Christmas, right, guys? It's the holidays. We're going to do this unboxing. So it's the holiday edition of the Protocol Droid. In fact, it says Protocol Droid Holiday Edition. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this unboxing. It's looks like he looks kind of scary, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's a C-3PO, but he looks like a ghost.
His makeup.
Yeah. So it just says on the back to celebrate the season with specially designed Star Wars figures from the Black Series.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Captain Rickster?
Mm-hmm.
You know who would not like this?
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't like this?
Oh, R2-D2.
Who wouldn't like this?
You mean the Christmas thing? Oh, George Lucas.
It's correct. George Lucas would never have allowed this to happen if he was in charge of Lucasfilm. And I could say that because I worked with George Lucas, as a lot of you do know. We did the Ewok movies, and there was a commercial we did, which was holiday themed for the Ewok movie, Ewok Adventure. And ABC wanted it. We even filmed the commercial, and it's never aired because he didn't like the fact that they brought his Star Wars characters and did a Christmassy thing with it. Maybe he was thinking about the holiday special at that point. I don't know. But he didn't like that. So I'd like to get a copy of that commercial. I know at one time, Aubrey Miller's parents had a copy of it, but it never aired. And George told him, you better get permission. Otherwise, if I don't like it, it's not airing. And they spent a lot of money. They paid us well for that day, too. But the commercial had Mace Tawani, my character Mace, Sindel, and Wicket. We went into this. It was kind of like a, he had that movie about the what's the one about the roadsters, the drag racing movie? American Graffiti.
Yeah.
So we went inside a diner, like a 50s, 60s diner, kind of like American Graffiti style. So they were even like doing that, showing holidays, the Ewoks, and Star Wars inside. They thought whoever thought of it sounded like a great idea, but he didn't like it, having the Ewoks and his Star Wars characters in a 50s diner like American Graffiti. And we walk in, we say, be sure to watch us or whatever it is. I don't know, on ABC when it came out, but didn't air.
Maybe they should have done a Halloween special. He might have liked it.
Maybe, but he would not have ever approved. I don't think that's interesting to say that, Dante. But looks like a Christmas thing. George would hate that so much. He would. It's not that he hates Christmas. He has children, right? Later at that time when I worked with him, he had his one daughter, Amanda Lucas, who he adopted with Marsha Lucas, his wife. And then later he adopted Katie and then Jet Lucas. And now he has a daughter that's his biological daughter with Melody, his current wife, but that's their biological daughter. His first one was later, but he adopted 3 children. What a great man he is to adopt 3 children and raise them. But so he probably loves Christmas, right? But he doesn't want his characters in that. I heard all kinds of stories when I was doing, like back then he said he would never release Star Wars on VHS on video.
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember
then.
Hearing that. Yeah.
Well, I remember them talking about it because they kept trying to get him to release that and all the other stuff, and he said, "No, you got to go watch it in the movie theaters."
Yeah,
it's the VHS is such low quality. There's no way I'm gonna allow that to happen. But again, people change. They change their mind. I don't think he would ever change his mind about this. I don't think George would allow them to do holiday versions.
No.
That's my 2 cents, and I'm sticking with it. But we're going to unbox this soon. But enough about that. What do you want to talk about first, Captain Rickster?
Star Trek Prodigy.
Star Trek Prodigy. It's the Nickelodeon show.
Yep, it is.
It's made by Nickelodeon. It is a kid's show. But it lately doesn't seem like a kid's show. It has really been good. Star Trek Prodigies, it's getting better the more they do it.
Yep.
We're all rooting for the Protostar kids.
Yep. That's
Who
right.
have the Protostar. We want them to be able to help Starfleet and not destroy Starfleet.
Yep.
And Star Trek Prodigy, as you know, we have a rating system here of 0 to 5 stars. If it's 5 stars, it's the best. 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it in this case because it's on Star Trek Prodigy is on Paramount Plus. And we wouldn't recommend you streaming it in this case. If it's a movie, we wouldn't recommend you going to the movie theater. This episode of Star Trek Prodigy gets a official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.65 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm gonna give it a 4.70.
You liked it, huh?
This one was really good. Yeah.
I liked it too. It was full of action,
Good humor.
suspense, humor, of course, as well. That was good. In this episode, what happens is they're being chased by Janeway and her ship, and they're shooting at them, and they're trying to figure out a way to let her know because they keep hailing them to try to communicate. But if they answer the hail, then they're it's going to take over the ship. You know, this kind of virus or whatever they call it. I don't remember the name of it.
It's a ticking bomb. It's something to destroy the.
There's a name for it though, but it's going to mess up everything.
Yeah.
And even answering their hails and communicating, it's going to mess everything up, which is not good. So they're trying to figure out a way to somehow communicate, and they realize that one of their people on board, the one that's in the round that looks like a droid, but she's really a spirit. She could do she's like a telepath. So she could actually transfer the other person's mind and communicate directly to Janeway.
Robot.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but in doing that, what happened was they were firing on him, and later they discovered that little creature touched him at the same time. So it acts, instead of just communicating through telepathy or whatever you want to call it,
they changed
their minds transferred bodies, which is cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
So now Janeway, what was now in I think the character's name is Dull. Yeah. So it's now in the captain, the younger kid, and it was really good. You're right. The comedy was good. It was funny,
especially with her with him in her body and doing all the weird things that she would never do.
Because he was trying to pretend like he was Janeway, Admiral Janeway, and there's no way he wasn't. Janeway wouldn't act like that.
That's the way he was walking.
Yeah,
like he was staggering.
Like he couldn't walk in her own shoes, type of thing. It was a cool episode, and it was suspenseful. I mean, it's only a 24 minute show. It's a kid show, but again, I don't feel like it's some of the best. It's not. I thought sometimes I forget I'm not watching live action. It's so good.
Yeah.
So again, I think you should watch it. Captain Rickster gives it 4.70. I give it 6.5. We're close, but we know why he changed it, right? The little bit.
Yeah, we don't want to promote violence by this guy.
Yeah. Oh, Dante's telling me about something. Hi, Dante. He says, Eric, DaVinci Resolve is being released on iPad. That is good. I like DaVinci Resolve, not for the editing thing, but I like its color correction and different filters that they use. I love it. That would be great if they did that, because I use that when I'm doing like color correcting, when we edit music videos and stuff like that and do color timing. I think it's great. Some of the filters they have are awesome on it. It makes it really look like film when it's not. So it's a pretty cool program. And I've used it on the Mac. That's great to know it's coming on the iPad. Okay. What else? Okay. So there you go. I mean, it's not going to take long to talk about Star Trek Prodigy, guys. It's a short thing.
It was short, 24 minutes, but it was really, really good, funny. It had great music. It had a great understanding,
Right.
And for a kid show, it actually looks more like maybe a young adult show on this one here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, before we get into Willow, let's go ahead and do the unboxing
Yep.
because Willow is kind of, even though it's not Star Wars, it's made by the Lucasfilm, which is still
Yep.
considered Star Wars,
Wars, yep.
related, at least, or adjacent. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and open up the Protocol droid. This is from the Black Series. It's from Hasbro. It's a 6-inch. It's the holiday edition that we spent a lot longer talking about how George Lucas wouldn't allow it. Then, bless you, Captain Rickster. We spent a lot of time talking about it. And this one kind of looks weird. It's kind of freaky. It makes 3PO look like he's a ghost.
Yeah. Looks like a Halloween special, not a Christmas special.
Yeah. Aside from the fact that he has red
Yeah.
and green. And he's wearing this little scarf that's holiday, and his socks are festive like Grinch or something like that. That's what that looks like. It's going to get, sometimes it gets loud. Bear with us. Okay, I'll try to make that faster, but this is what it looks like. Inside there. Yeah, he does look like a ghost. Side profile. He looks even scarier. He just looks kind of scary looking. Let's try the arm movements. A little stiff. Yeah. It's real stiff. Whoa. Ooh. There we go.
He
needs
an oil bath.
He needs, yeah, he definitely needs an oil bath.
Lubricate him up.
But he looks really scary this way. Even scarier than with the, remember when he had like those evil eyes in Rise of Skywalker?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. This is the nicest thing, this little scarf.
Mm-hmm.
It comes off. Maybe you could put it on a different character than C-3PO. And let's also look. Oh, he's got BD-1.
Mm-hmm.
This holiday version of BD-1.
Yep.
And BD-1 came from what, Captain Rickster? The BD-1. Nope. BD-1 comes from.
Oh, I know.
He's actually not from any movies.
Oh, he's not?
Nope. He's never been in a movie I know of. Or a TV show. BD-1 first appeared in the game Jedi Fallen Order with Cal Kestis.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So, and who doesn't love BD-1? He's so cute. And this actually, I like this version of BD-1. This holiday version looks cool. This is the best thing about this, is this little BD-1.
He's not scary like C-3PO.
I'm not that impressed with C-3PO other than BD-1 and this. But here you go, Captain Ricksters. Before I give it a review, let's let you look at it and talk about it for a second. What do you think? He says,
"Wow."
Oh, Dante said we should do some stop motion animation with him.
Oh yeah, we can do it.
He also says some WD-40 would work great, just like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should try some stop motion with him.
Yeah.
Some stop motion action with him.
I do like this.
Sorry. Go ahead, Captain Rickster.
I do like the little BB-1 here. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm playing with my toy.
Okay.
I'm playing with my toy.
So yeah, I'll give it a.
Well, let me go ahead and give the official All for Sci-Fi rating. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we also have a rating on the toys, right? 0 to 5 stars, right, on the toys. Do some stop motion. Let me take that off there.
Yeah.
We have a rating system, just like on the TV shows. We have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, right? 5 stars is the best toy ever. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you purchase this. I'm going to give this Protocol Droid Holiday Edition. Hate to say it. It's the first time ever I've given something 3 stars. I'm not recommending purchasing this. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I agree with you.
Hold
on.
It's the first time ever.
I'll agree with you on this one. Actually, I'd probably give it a little less than that. I'd probably give it a 2.99. Sorry,
I really want to apologize. I'm not happy I even bought this. I'm not. I've never done that. I'm so the half the glass half full kind of guy. You guys know me. You guys even tease me about how I give everything great ratings. The first time ever giving something 3 stars.
Yeah.
I bought it because I want to unbox it, but
I give it a 2.99 because it's not.
Oops, sorry.
Not worth it. Yeah, you did.
Other than this, just throw that out.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Oh, and keep.
We could keep.
And keep BBD1.
BD1.
Gotta keep
That's
BBD1.
the only thing
Yeah,
that's good about it.
The
BD1.
whole thing is good. Is this right?
That's the only
BD1.
thing that was good about it.
That will keep.
Hey, yeah, let's have some Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what he just said. Hey, welcome. Hi, welcome to the channel. It's Corian. Hi, it's Corian. Yeah, we're the Power Rangers. Yeah. Yeah, we should do some reviews of Power Rangers too. That'd be good. Let's do that in the future. But we're trying to do some unboxing every week because this weekend, coming weekend after next Saturday is Christmas. We wanted to do the holiday version toy. So there you go. We don't recommend it.
Nope.
Although we'll keep BD1 and this.
That will okay.
We'll keep BD1 and we'll keep the scarf. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we could get on to
Willow.
Let's do Willow. Let's talk about Willow, everybody. As you know, Willow stars my good friend Warwick Davis as Willow. I'm real proud of you. Great to see you back out there, Warwick. Glad to see that you're doing that. Although I do have a bone to pick with the writings, people doing the writing on Willow. Why are you trying to redo the Ewok movie in Caravan of Courage?
Yeah, I know, huh?
I hate to say it because it's not the same as Caravan of Courage, but it is. They're on a journey. They're doing They're doing this. They have to get to the Memorial City and to help Eric and rescue him. But it's about the whole season's about this journey or this caravan, or wait, Caravan of Courage, the Ewok movie.
Right.
No, I'm just joking. It's not the same, guys. But I mean, Warwick's done this before, and the best thing about Willow is Willow. Mm-hmm. It's Warwick Davis.
Yep.
Not
Eric Walker.
Of course not. I'm not in it, but the best thing about it's Warwick and his great sense of humor.
Put your name's in it.
Oh yeah, my name Eric is in it. Yeah. But again, I'm liking it. I think Warwick's great. This last episode, I didn't think too much of, but I really like this latest episode. Yeah, let's go ahead and give a rating on the latest episode of Willow, the one that just premiered this last Wednesday. At All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. As you know, this episode of Willow gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.5 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm giving it 4.60.
4.60. Okay.
Yeah, I like this one.
This episode 4, I think. It was episode
4. Yeah.
Or was it 3?
What I don't like is when you go online, read say how the Willow bombed and all this stuff. Those are critics who don't know from the hole in the ground.
Yeah, I don't agree with it's too soon. It's only 4 episodes in, guys. You're not giving it a fair enough chance.
It's 4 episodes.
Well, yeah, the first 2 episodes were great. The third episode, again, I could have dealt without it. But this last episode was a little bit more suspenseful. It was they were inside the castle, Dokmar. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think that's the name of the episode. Hold on. Yeah, the name of the episode 4 is called The Whispers of Nockmar. So they're at Nockmar Castle, and it was great actually seeing they were like combining scenes from Willow.
Yeah. Like
when they were with Bab Morda and the child, and the acting was better with the girl who plays the chosen girl. Mm-hmm. Her acting was better in this episode. So yes, all of it was a better episode. It could have been the writing or the director of this episode. I don't know. I do know that the High Aldwin episode 2 and episode 7, which is coming up later, were both written by the person who wrote the original Willow screenplay, Bob Dolman. So I know the High Aldwin episode 2 was written by him, and episode 7 is. So I'm curious to see what that episode is. But we're halfway through, guys, and it's good so far. Yeah. There's only been 1 episode I could have done without.
3.
But I'm starting to like these characters. It was an interesting episode. One of the other prince. Mm-hmm. Apparently, we find out that and here's some spoilers, guys. He basically got touched or got stabbed or
Right.
something, so he's sick. So they're trying to figure out a way to do this concoction and get the evil spirits out of him. So
Mhm.
that's, and again, it's little suspenseful. It was a pretty good episode.
Yeah. It was great.
So watch it. It's great. I hope it could only get better. So I'm hoping it is, because we want to see another Willow season, guys. So
Mhm.
it's interesting. But again, it is a lot like, Lord of the Rings.
Our Caravan of Courage.
Well, the caravan part is like Caravan of Courage.
Part, yes.
Yeah, them being on a journey
Right.
and to save someone. In this case, it's to save Eric, not me, but the character Eric.
He's actually in it. You just don't see him.
And it's on to save him. And at the end, it was great. The city,
Yeah.
when it showed the city,
That was Emerald City,
it looked great.
all destroyed.
It looked messed up, but it looked
Little bit.
great. So Dante gives it a 4.56 stars.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's in between us.
Yep.
So yes, it's Corian. Yeah, watch it.
That's right.
Yeah, make sure you watch it. It's definitely worth watching. We're giving it, again, he mentioned a bunch of people are bad talking it already.
Oh, yeah.
It's too soon, guys. Don't
it's
bad
only
talk
4
it.
episodes in.
Yeah.
That's why I can't understand why they were start bad talking it already.
Yeah, don't bad talk it, guys. But let's talk about the main reason we're here this week.
Oh, yes.
You ready for this?
Oh, yes, I am.
We're going to talk about Avatar,
Yes.
The Way of Water.
Oh, it had a lot of water.
It did later when it went to
Yeah.
the water area of Pandora. I think that this movie probably, I know for sure it's probably the best movie I've seen in at least 10 years, a decade. It's, if not one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. That's how good The Way of Water is. It is so good. And the reason why I'm giving it such high praise is because the technology, guys.
Yes.
I could not tell. Like in the first Avatar, although it was great and everybody was going on and on about it, this one is way more spectacular when it comes to that. I know we've gotten used to it, but if you go back and remember the original Avatar, you could kind of tell when they did CGI effects and then you saw a real person, or when they had the two together, a CGI person next to someone who was not a CGI, you could kind of tell. You cannot tell any longer. You cannot tell whether it's a CGI character or it's a real person acting in front of you. That's how good they are with the technology now. And it just blew my mind. Unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
Not just that, the story's engaging. James Cameron said it's okay to get up and go pee, but no, it's not. Because this story didn't stop. There was
no slow parts in it, really.
There was nothing slow about it. Even it was 3 hours. There was not one slow. It didn't slow down at all.
No.
And it makes me wonder how long the movie would have been. How long is James Cameron's first cut of Avatar: The Way of Water? How long? Does anybody know? This is 3 hours, but I was watching. There's a rumor about he's actually finished filming the next Avatar, Avatar 3, and the first cut of that, the rumor is that it's 9 hours.
Yeah, long.
And the other rumor is he's going to finish that cut. He's going to do all the special effects for the entire 9 hours. So there will be a 9-hour cut. Whether it ever gets released now or it gets released later, I wonder if that's true. It's a rumor.
That's a rumor. You just have to wait and see. That's the only way we can do
But
it.
if it's like this 3 hours, I could sit there the entire 9 hours. It just didn't stop the entire time.
Yeah, all action.
Never doubt James Cameron, like everybody else was saying in the previews.
Mm-hmm.
When we talked about it last week. Never doubt James Cameron. I haven't even given the rating, but there's no doubt that this is what? A 5-star rating for Avatar: The Way of Water. And it's an emotional piece. I don't know if it's emotional because it had children involved. Anybody who has, Dante, for example, who's watching this, anybody that has children, and knows that your family's your fortress and you need to protect them. And like Dante, how you probably feel about with your kids, how you need to protect them. It's emotional on all kinds of level. And then no matter how hard he was able to protect him. We know what happened to one of the kids.
Yes, we do.
So I don't want to give it 100% away. And even though I love to talk about stuff and give spoilers,
Oh, yeah.
and the way he brilliantly brought back all those other characters,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the bad guy,
Mhm.
the way he solved that about bringing him back, even though he was killed, was it a general or colonel?
General.
Is it, no, the general was that lady now. I think
Oh,
he
no,
was
no,
a colonel.
He was colonel. Colonel, yes.
The way that guy could come back in every movie and die in every movie.
Yeah.
He solved that forever. He
Mhm.
lit that bad guy who he killed in the first Avatar. He could be in every Avatar from here into Avatar 100.
Yeah.
And he did it so simply by just because what happened was they were able to take their consciousness, because you remember how they were taking the consciousness and planting them in the avatars
Mhm.
so that they could pretend like they were the Na'vi.
Yeah.
That means that they could capture your consciousness or your mind or whatever. So that's stored away. That's how they brought him back. And I gave it away, but he's going to come back forever and be a bad guy. How brilliant are you, James Cameron? You are a brilliant writer. Oh, wow. What amazing. I would love to do music for one of these movies you do one day. And I wrote a song called Pandora, by the way. So I need to update it. Now that I've seen a new movie, I need to update it and write another song to Pandora, my Pandora 2 song.
Mhm.
But Captain Rickster, I've been talking because I've been emotional. But what do you have to say about this movie? Go for it.
Man, it's the greatest movie I've seen in a long time. I can't talk. I'm speechless, really, because it's so great. And I'm like Eric, I give it a 5+++ myself. But this is like the best movie I have seen probably in at least the last 10 years. He's already done 3, like Eric said, and I can't wait to see it now to see what it's going to be like. The characters in this they bring back all the old characters from the first that were killed, and that was really good, especially his whole squad when they killed the whole squad off. That was good because they brought them all back. And the hunt,
the whole squad, came back.
Yeah, the whole squad actually came back. And then I like the animals, the sea creatures. Just that one big giant one that came up and then
it was like their version of the whale, a big whale.
When it comes up and it lands on top of the ship that they were on. That and the bullets wouldn't even penetrate it.
That creature was smarter than all of them, even though it was the biggest creature.
Well, he'd been in a fight before and lost a bunch of people. Lost a bunch of his kind. Yeah, his kind in a fight before, and so this time he outsmarted them. This time to do what he needed to do to help save the kid.
It's not just that. It's just we got to see. You know how we are all human beings, right, from the planet Earth, right? Mm-hmm. But we're all different. I'm a white guy. There's my wife is Vietnamese. She's Asian, and then you have black people, and you have different colors. Hispanic people. Why would you ever think that on a different planet it wouldn't be the same? And we learned that because we get to see the sea people from the Na'vi sea people, which are different. They're actually a different shade of blue. They're not that very dark color. They're more like an aqua green color. Yep. And they had and their bodies were different, and they showed it. Like their tails were more like fins, and their arms were more like fins too. They were big fat arms. You nailed it on so many different levels, James Cameron. I mean, you created this different world with all these different Na'vi species. What's coming next? Jake Sully and his family, the Sullys who stick together, are all from the forest, and now we have the sea people. What's coming next? So, wow. Okay, thank you, Dante. Dante sent me a couple of videos on the Da Vinci. Thank you for that. I'll definitely check that out for sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, again, it's so great on so many different levels. Everybody's talking about how it's got to make $1 billion or $2 billion to break even. That's bullshit. We know how much money the movie cost to make. Oh, yeah. It was around $400 or $500 million to make. So with marketing and advertising, its break even point's probably around a little over $1 billion. So
and he's going to make that no problems at all.
well, the early results is they think it's going to make half of it back this weekend.
Yeah.
So if it makes a half 500 million this weekend, and then by the time they're done, if they do end up making close 1 billion, they break even. If they make a 1.5 billion, if they make the 2 billion, if they break even, keep letting this be told. And you've shot the third one already anyway, so just move forward with it. 4 and 5. Let's get this out. We've had a long time resting on this. It's time to get them all done, James Cameron. So, but he's by far, and he's old school because he's doing the kind of stuff that George Lucas, Coppola, all of them, Martin Scorsese, all of them where they're all like this behind the scenes. They all know each other and they all show each other their own movies and get advice. Yeah. And I hear James is doing it with Robert Rodriguez and Guillermo del Toro and all them. That's a way to do it. Let other filmmakers see your stuff. Yeah. And I understand James took their notes and changed things. Yeah. The only one the only one that didn't do that's Lucas. Right. He didn't do that on any of the prequels that I know of, except for I heard there was a rumor about John Williams. I don't know if that's true. He wasn't going to score one of the movies, and he gave George notes, and George wants to hear from people too. You know, he's a human being. He wants to work with people. But again, the way you guys are doing it, James Cameron, and with your buddies, you know, having them look at it, that's the way movies should be made. They shouldn't be made, you know, and yes, you know, the Hollywood system too needs to make their own notes. And from what there's one of them, I can't remember which one it is, whether it's 4 or 5. Everybody's saying that's the best one, not these. He said, because James Cameron said in an interview, that's the only script he's ever given, and the studio had no notes back on it. That script is so good that the studio, and I think The Way of Water had 6 pages of notes. Yeah. Or something like that. And then the next one, 3 had 6 pages of notes. He didn't say anything about this one. 4 had just a couple pages. And the last script he did, 5, had the studio loved it so much there was no notes on it. And that's saying something. Yes. So keep it up, guys. Love it. Love Avatar. Guys, what's coming up in the next few weeks as far as we have The Bad Batch season 2. Yep. It's going to premiere on the first weekend of the new year. Yep. I think it's the 4th, if I remember correctly.
Like that. And this will be the final one they're going to do too.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not going to do any more Bad Batch? Where'd you hear that from?
I heard that from the Coming Source News. And they're real reliable company.
I hadn't heard that. Okay, so yeah, I think it's coming out the 4th or 5th. I believe it's the 5th if it's on a Wednesday. But and then we have the last episodes of Willow coming up. Then we got the Bad Batch. Then what else do we have? We got the last episodes of Star Trek Prodigy. After that, we got Picard coming up in February. We finally got a release date of The Mandalorian season 3, March 1st. Yeah. So that the song that we play at the beginning and end of all of our episodes, the Baby Yoda Magic Hand Dance. Its video and the first single of our 3rd album will be coming out in February. Right. I want it to come out right before I don't know if it's not going to be right on when it comes out, but like a week or 2 before Mandalorian season 3 comes out. I want the song released, you know, just for the Mandalorian season 3. So, okay, guys, that's it. We're going to be silent next week for the Christmas holiday. When we come back after that, we got only one more episode of this year, and that's going to be a longer show because we're going to review the entire year, everything that happened sci-fi wise. If you guys have any suggestions or anything we could do for our final episode to leave 2022 off on a great note, let us know. Put it in the comments below. Again, if this is the first time you run across our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time we do one of our shows and our unboxings or go to one of our conventions. We'd love to have you guys be a part of All for Sci-Fi. And as we always say at All for Sci-Fi, do one act of kindness this week because it makes the world a better place. It doesn't have to be giving money to someone. It could be if you could afford it. It doesn't mean you have to, do physical labor and mow someone's lawn. It could be something as simple as picking up the phone and calling a friend you haven't talked to in 10 years. Maybe they were depressed this week and they hadn't heard from anybody and needed to talk to someone, because depression and not hearing from people is serious, guys. So let's make this world a better place and do one act of kindness this week. The force is with us always. Live long and prosper, and God bless you guys. We'll see you after Christmas.
Yes, we will. Like I always say, have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day or evening now. Have fun for the rest of the week. Have, work hard and come back next week or come back in 2 weeks, and we will have a bigger and better story or stuff we have to do for the end of the year stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Juan had a comment. I want to say hello, Juan. So
Juan.
Nice to see you on our show. Hopefully you come back next time we're on live.
Yeah.
Yes, Juan. Juan says he has to say that 4 is going to be better because we need expectations for the and for that in the audience. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Give you that. But what we were talking about is the studio system that produces it, Disney and Fox. The heads of the studio had no notes for him, so he was sharing. So that is a little bit different. But yeah, you're right. He does have to get expectations high. So what about have you heard that the episode 3 is 9 hours long, the first cut? Wow, those are expectations, right? Hopefully it's not that long though, and they cut it to 3 hours.
Maybe make a 2-parter out of it.
Or later release it.
Yeah.
But thank you, Juan, for joining us, and thank you, everybody. Take care.
Yep.
Stay safe, everybody.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we forgot to do the Baby Yoda thing. Oh, let's play that real quick at the end here. Blooper.
Blooper.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got to use that for us. Where's he at? Did he leave? Oh, here he is.
Do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, the Baby Yoda magic hand dance. Do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, the Baby Yoda magic hand dance. Do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, the Baby Yoda magic hand dance. Do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, the Baby Yoda magic hand dance. Feel the energy, feel the force between your hands. Feel the energy, love that way you stand. Let's do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance. Let's do the Baby Yoda magic hand dance, 'cause you can dance with me. Let's feel the force, feel it, let's feel the force.
Come on, come